WrestleMania Saturday night. The show opens up with Rhea Ripley taking on Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. Of course, Rhea won the championship from Charlotte last year. Becky won the Elimination Chamber match back in February to get this opportunity. And it was the wrong button. And those ladies went out there and had them a match. It was not a bad match at all.
No.
For me, absolutely fantastic start to Mania.
Yes, facts. I will say this, like I've said before, and I'm gonna. So I was the only one who went for Rhea. Shocking. Like I was actually shocked that I was the only one that went for Rhea. Now, I don't think you heard me last night, Jaeger, when I told Dizzle the only reason I went for Rhea was because that whole Nia Jax, Becky, Liv Morgan beef.
You told me. Yeah.
Rhea was coming out to confront Becky because all of that was over with, and Liv stopped Rhea midway on the ramp and said, "I am going to take everything from you." And Rhea kind of looked at her like, "Girl, go home somewhere." And when that happened, I was like, "Rhea's not losing." Like Rhea's not losing
just because of that little Liv Morgan bit.
Just because of that, I was like, because like I told Dizzle, what could you take from Rhea if she lost the belt to Becky? Like, if you're going to take quote unquote everything from her, what else can you take? Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why I was just like how Dizzle was so sure that Hangman prediction back in the day. I was sure I was going to go down in flames with Rhea as my pick. Like that was like if there was two matches I knew for sure. I knew Cody was going to win and I knew Rhea was going to win. Those were the only two matches that I could not have been swayed from. Any other match, maybe we could see, but I knew Cody was going to win and I knew Rhea was going to win. And I found it even beautiful the way Rhea had to even win. Becky trying to go for the top rope manhandle slam. She reversed it. What the hell's the name of Rhea's special finisher called? Just forget
Riptide.
Riptide into the turnbuckle.
The Riptide into the belt. Yeah, into the buckle, and then
Riptide again. It was like, damn. Like, she meant business.
As soon as I saw that second one go off, I was just like, shit.
Yeah. And one thing I will say about Rhea Ripley, it has been a while that we had a woman that is so just universally praised. I mean, yeah, we got Bianca, but the fact that Rhea is like so universally praised like that and such just this likable, lovable character. And once again, I'm not shading Bianca because Bianca is pretty much up there too. But it's the fact that Rhea is different because Rhea can collectively make the internet go to horny jail. Rhea can collectively make the internet just love her for just anything she does. And that is something special that they have. That's special to watch women in wrestling, especially in WWE now, because considering what the women had to do 20 years ago, roughly, to be in that position, Rhea is doing it based off of her character and her wrestling and not having to take off clothes and being in the most skimpiest of things. I mean, like I said, she made the internet go in horny jail when she gave Nia a stink face. Like,
the whole internet that she does.
The whole internet went in horny. Put it this way, the whole internet went in horny jail that Shayna Baszler was like, me next. Shayna Baszler was like, do the stink face to me now. And Nia stopped it, of course, but
internet. I would have thought that first horny jail sentence was because of the way that she originally rolled up Zelina Vega.
I mean, of course. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, her her riptide pins, yes, horny jail.
To add on to your point, I don't think I've seen a woman this dominant and so universally liked, and again, the straight sentence is to horny jail since China.
Damn near.
Like combining all three.
But even China had to go through a point where people didn't really fuck with her like that too, though.
That's true too.
And see, here's the thing: previous bookers of WWE. This is how you book. This is how you book a dominant female, not how you force feed us Charlotte. You see how you had Bianca had a long reign. You see how Rhea had a long. It didn't even feel like Rhea was champion since last year. It did not feel like it.
It didn't.
I was like, oh shit, she did win that belt and have not lost it since.
Yep.
You see me complaining? Absolutely not. Don't do that shit no more.
I agree. I mean, hell, even in the men's case, they gave Gunther the title for that long, and there was no complaints.
Oh, along with being champ for that long. You had two very long reigns paralleling each other, along with Rhea and Bianca having their reigns at the same time that those were going on, and nobody's. You're right, Scoop. You are right.
Yeah. Because, like you said, it's booked correctly. It's not force fed. It makes sense. It made sense in all of it.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the match. I'm waiting to see if Becky is gonna take some time off. We'll get to why potentially, but I want to see if Becky might take some time off and kind of take some time, go be a mom for a while, enjoy the book success, get a much needed vacation.
Her and Seth are both taking
both of them.
Because I understand there's the looming thing of their contract expiring this year. I highly doubt
they ain't going
Becky and Seth are going anywhere.
No,
highly doubt.
Absolutely nowhere.
They're gonna
just what?
A nice little vacation.
Should have thought about that as well, making my decision.
But I mean, we had
with Seth.
When we get to night 2, we all had a perfectly good reason to book it the way we thought.
Yeah.
Now, the next match was pure chaos in the right way and in the wrong way. We had like I did on the preview show. I'm trying to round it off again. WWE 6-pack ladder match for the undisputed tag team championships. You had the champs, Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest versus Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston of the New Day, Awesome Truth, The Miz, and R-Truth, A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, New Catch Republic, Tyler Bate, Peter Dunne, and then DIY, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. Jesus Christ. Whew. Yes, chaos. This match. So anytime we ever see multi-person ladder matches, I always get a little nervous for the wrestlers. Always. Because it's like I really don't try to hurt themselves.
Injuries are damn near bound to happen.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Grayson Waller was one of the ones who got hurt. So the rules of this match was perfectly explained by Michael Cole on Monday. The match does not end till both sets of titles were retrieved. The moment Michael Cole said that on Raw, I knew they were splitting the titles up. It was without a doubt. They were splitting the titles up. Now the beauty was choosing who shout out to the New Day was going to be the two champions. We all predicted the Awesome Truth. Jugs predicted A-Town Down Under. I predicted New Catch Republic. I think Dizzle predicted New Catch Republic, and Jaeger predicted DIY as the other champions. And yes, this was chaos. Midway in the match, Austin Theory pulled down the title. What was it, Theory or Waller? Whoever it was, they pulled down the title.
One of those two. And
Theory and Waller are the new tag champs of SmackDown. And then New Catch Republic promptly powerbombed Waller through a ladder, and he was seen no more that match.
Yeah.
Gone for the rest of that match. And it was like, oh shit, I don't know if he got hurt. I don't know if it was supposed to meant to be that way, but he was gone for the rest of that match. And of course, they had fun spots because leave it up to R-Truth to think this was a tag match, a regular tag match. At one point, Miz was getting beat up by Judgment Day. Truth was on the corner wanting a hot tag. Miz gave him a hot tag, and boom, they get the fight. They get the fight, and it was like it even Truth hits the AA. He hits the 5-knuckle shuffle. 1, 2, 3, and it was like.
The fan reaction of counting, though.
Look, this provided us with this year's WrestleMania moment.
Easily.
With Truth.
That's cool with our Truth, but there's still ladder match. The titles are up there. And it was about to give way. I think the ref was trying to warn Priest that, the ladder was a little messed up. The Priest was like, fuck that. I ain't losing my belts.
Yeah, that was such an awkward moment.
It was a very awkward moment. Very awkward.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, go ahead, Scoot.
So Miz and Priest fought off, blah, blah, blah. Things happened. They eventually swapped ladders. And then the match ended with Truth grabbing the belts. And it was funny because he was legitimately fiddling with the thing. And it was like, Truth, what you doing? Truth, what you doing? And eventually,
like, come on, bro.
Carabiner, and then he eventually, boom, Awesome Truth are the Raw Tag Champs. Which was funny because they the ones who got the celebration, as if Theory and Waller didn't, get titles either.
Didn't also win. Yeah.
So it was funny that Awesome Truth had the whole celebration of everything. But yeah.
Could be some truth to him being injured then by that indicator. They didn't really zoom in on them or anything, did they?
Waller and Theory?
After the match or anything?
I don't remember. I think it literally
I don't remember either.
And it was Awesome Truth on the ladder celebrating.
Yeah, my my only gripe about this match, because the match was fantastic in my opinion. My only gripe is that there was no callback to R-Truth having a fear of ladders and heights.
Right.
And that was a perfect moment for Michael Cole to be like, he overcame, because the way he climbed ladders, like, oh, because I was waiting. I was like, please just show that he's scared or do something. And they never did. And I was like, fuck, y'all missed it.
They could have got like a mini ladder, been like, yeah, this is good enough, and like trying to get it. Something. They
should have done something, but it's fine. I mean, either way, Truth got his dues. And I would actually love just at one point throughout Priest's reign that Truth gets a WWE Championship title match, even if it's on Raw or something.
That would let him be a Money in the Bank winner. Let him get it out like that.
I don't know if they're gonna do that. I would love it, because it would be an absolute failed cash in for Truth.
I don't know if it'll necessarily be a failed cash in.
I think they push it.
I think what will happen, in all honesty, in Truth format, I think he would cash in, and it'll be a situation. So when I was watching, I think it was a Cody Rhodes documentary or something. Remember that time when Cody Rhodes had knocked out Big Show with the brass knucks?
Oh, and
Big Show fell on Cody to win the IC title. I think it'll be some shit like that, to where Priest could be down or something, and somebody jump him, and then he just falls out on Priest, and the ref is like, "Hey," and it'll be like, "Oh shit!" Like, I think it'll be something wild like that.
Okay.
I think it'll be something batshit crazy like that for R-Truth. Granted, yeah, he might only truly have it for like a week or two, but I can see something batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Like that happening.
I don't see him going longer than a month with it if he gets it.
But we shall see. But yeah, congrats to A-Town Down Under. Hopefully nobody is hurt. I haven't heard any reports of anybody being hurt. And also congrats to the Awesome Truth. And once again, we'll see how this plays out come Monday. The next match, I have the original graphic for it, but this match was probably the most throwaway match to me in all of WrestleMania. This is the original iteration. It was supposed to be Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, who got jumped on SmackDown, and he was replaced by Andrade versus Dominic and Santos. Next match.
Why the hell? I mean, yeah, but like, why even? Andrade is just too good of a heel. Like, why are we wasting him going face and saving Ray? Like, if you really wanted to just like keep this storyline in check, you could have had Carlito pick up for Dragon Lee. And also, why are we snubbing Dragon Lee again on things?
He might be hurt for real at this point or something. Okay. I don't know, but you're right. They keep snubbing Dragon Lee for reasons.
Look, so man, my whole issue with this is that I'm gonna say for me, but I'm just gonna say fuck it and say it for everybody in the world, that this was possibly the worst way that you could have booked this match in any iteration. Like, if you just line up all the ways you could have booked this match, they went and chose the one at the bottom of the fucking list and said, we're gonna do this shit. Because nothing absolutely made any sense. The way that I thought this shit was going, because I was like, okay, Dragon Lee got hurt. All right, clearly it had to be Andrade that did the shit. Andrade is going to come in here with Ray. He going to double cross Ray. They going to whoop up on Ray, beat down the LWO. Dom about to get his win back from last year. And then you about to have everybody standing tall as this new Latin faction.
Look at it. The whole
that
time,
or even Carlito being the guy to betray it. Oh, okay.
The whole time, this match should have been a 8-person tag. It should have been Legado versus LWO the whole time.
They were dressed up anyway. Like, what the fuck?
It should have been Electra, Santos. They could have slotted in Dominic if they want. Even if they wanted to make it 10-on-10. I mean 5-on-5. I mean, it should have been Electra, Santos, Dom, Berto. Which, why did they name that man Berto? Why did they name that man Berto? They couldn't keep the Umberto. They had to just Berto. Well, Berto and Angel versus the team of Ray, Zelina, Joaquin, Cruz, and Carlito, or Dragon, whomever. Andrade could have stayed smooth away from this the whole time.
Absolutely.
Smooth away.
Yeah.
But this whole time, it should have either been 5-on-5 or 4-on-4. Because especially with them even slotting in Dominic and all of this, it was like, okay, well, obviously Dom was going to get his dub back. No. Like Dizzle said, of all the ways you could have booked this, y'all chose the feel good. Y'all chose the fuck out of here.
I didn't feel good about this shit.
Not at all.
And it wasn't even the fact that I was mad that it didn't go our way pick wise. I was just mad that literally this is what y'all gave us.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Cool. But next match. For the Intercontinental Championship, you had the Ring General, Gunther, taking on Sami Zayn. And the first thing that I will say about this match, personally speaking, bullshit.
I gotta agree with you. Like, no disrespect to Sami Zayn by any means. Like, if this was an IC belt match against anybody but Gunther, I would have been completely fine with Sami taking this. but there was so much more like storytelling that could have been done here with Gunther still staying as champ. And honestly, you could have Sammy lose at a WrestleMania right now. He's not going to lose anything from taking a loss here for the IC belt. A lot of people would say that Sammy's due for the big belts.
But they're not even only that. Looking at the match, you telling me Sami Zayn is the one to withstand Gunther's full clip and more?
Sorry.
For Gunther, for Zayn to come back and hit, his corner brain buster that he hadn't hit since he was El Generico, and hit him with 2 haluva kicks, and that was it? A corner brain buster and 2 haluva kicks after you done took 5 power bombs, which we're talking about the same power bombs that Sheamus took one, was done. Drew McIntyre took one, was done. But Zayn can take 5. He can take 3 splashes, and he was able to recover.
The eternal underdog.
He was able to recover from all of that and still win? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing against Zayn. I've always cherished Zayn. The way this was booked, this reminded me how that shit was last year. Because if you remember last year, Usos threw the full clip and more at Zayn, and Zayn was the one to win because Owens was taken out. And it was like, they booking Sami Zayn to be durable as fuck.
They did.
Now, the fallout from this match had your boy Dizzle with a great theory, if you would like to share said theory with the class.
Yeah. I have to just say what I got to say about this match for one.
Oh, go ahead.
The match was fine.
It was fine up until the last 10 minutes.
I want to call back to what Trips said at the press conference about Sami Zayn being able to pull that emotion.
Oh, the emotion, yeah.
And where I will agree with that's perfectly fine. I feel that emotion at this point in time was misplaced, and I think just like Sammy said, or just like Jaeger said, because they don't think I'm thinking I'm talking to Sami Zayn. Just like just like Jaeger said, it's for the world title. Right now, you have 2 world championships. Sami Zayn is easily slotted into that picture right now. And since he has not won the big one, you already have pulled that emotion against Roman, and you didn't pull the trigger on him winning. Right now, it is the perfect landscape for anybody to be able to take this championship. So my thing is, why is it that you waste an opportunity to build somebody who has not been in the spotlight and waste it on somebody that you have continuously had, regardless, even if they haven't won the big one? Why is it that you have them continuously in the spotlight for this moment when it was almost easily, perfectly set up for somebody else? That somebody else being Chad Gable. And I say that because even if you take the fact that he lost to Gunther, it was set up perfectly for him to be able to take that loss, which wasn't really a loss, and to go in and take what he learned from it and build that whole thing in Mania. Like, hey, I got my chance. I'm not going to drop it this time. He got a family too. His family was there. You tell me you can't pull that emotion there? It was already built up with that story with Gunther and him. Now, the only way to fix this, because you can't just have him say, "Oh, Sammy, you owe me one. Remember, you owe me one." For me, when I heard that, I heard his own get back. The only way you do this now is you do a heel turn. You can't just do a gentleman's match between the 2 of them and it just go off willy-nilly. No, because you're going to damage Gable like that.
Yeah.
Right now, Gable goes heel. He goes heel. He aligns himself with Imperium to be the first American in Imperium. He is their mid-card title guy. You already got a tag team. You got Gunther that's going to be on his way to make it to getting the world championship. And now you have a solid stable of killers. And Imperium has been looking a little shaky outside of Gunther. And now you got a chance to get them to take the titles off of Truth and Miz at some point and start to get everything very serious around. You are and it's set up for Gable because now he can do away with Alpha Academy, all that cheesy shit, and actually be serious.
Does Gunther need to take time off though?
Oh no. See, here's the thing with Gunther.
I mean, he could. Yeah, he could. Yeah.
Gunther can just sit and watch as Imperium does what they need to do. He can. His thing is they've been watching him dominate, so now he can just be like, okay, now it's your turn to dominate, and once you're where you need to be, then I will then I will show the world what we can do as a collective type thing. And if Gable does align himself, it makes sense at that point now, because now Gable is able to be more serious and he's able to be that killer that can then go up to the world championship picture and it will not seem out of place at all. He can't be faced right now. He cannot be faced right now at all. At all. He needs to have the biggest chip on his shoulder.
Yes, 1000%.
So that's where I'm at with this. Absolutely.
I like the thought process. I like the flow. I could see that. I need to see him and Sammy shake hands to like supposedly finish out this agreement, and then Gable comes in for that low blow, and then starts working on his turn.
He needs to break his fucking ankle.
Damn.
Why not?
He needs to snap that shit.
Fuck not?
Go right on it.
On vacation for a little bit. He's like, go sit with your kids and your wife. I got this shit right now.
But yeah, like I said, that was my only beef that I had with this match, was the fact that they let Gunther unload the clip. Like, I mean, on some Hell Divers 2 shit. He just and Sammy was like, I'm still here though. And it was
like that Bile Titan that just won't die.
Basically. And it was like, all right, y'all got it. Now, Dizzle kind of gave you a preview of how he felt with this match. So the next match, for the third time in WrestleMania history, we get brother versus brother. We get Team Yeet, Jey Uso versus Team No Yeet, Jimmy Uso. And as much as it pains me to say this, I was a little underwhelmed. I thought the Usos was about to go out there and just burn the house. Funny enough, I think I told Ashley that I expected this match to be one of the sleepers of the pay-per-view. I did say, because I thought they was about to go out there and just quote unquote unload the clip like I've been using on each other. But once again, I think it was one of y'all that said it about it's kind of hard when each of them got the same damn moveset.
Must have been that guy.
I didn't say it.
I can't remember. Somebody had said it. I thought that somebody said, well, it's kind of hard when they both got the same moveset. And I was like, oh shit.
Well, here's the problem, and I don't think it has anything to do with their moveset. I mean, granted, that could be a problem. However, I'm going to place blame. My blame is going to be placed on Jimmy.
And you ain't gonna like that.
And it may not be intentional on his part, but the way that the shit comes off is almost like he's just resting on laurels and just being lazy. You see Jay going out there, going off on his own, being main event Jay when the whole stuff with Roman was happening, and then he breaks away, goes over to Raw, and is a bona fide single star, building up his own stuff, and perfectly fine. Now, I believe that this is Jimmy's fault. And then by proxy, he ends up bringing Jay down at the same time. Because at some point, this match kind of just had its stalls and stuff. And I'm sitting there looking like, wait, why are they taking so much time with this one spot here? Like, what the hell is happening?
It is? You know what? What should have truly happened, and I can kind of agree with you on this, with the whole Jimmy aspect. Jimmy should have tried his damnedest to be on the same level as Dominic Mysterio.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
If the crowd would have started to hate Jimmy like how they hate Dominic Mysterio, you would have really got the duality of Jimmy trying to do something and the crowd just like, no, get the fuck out of here, while Jay was doing something to get all the yeets. And what happened was, all we really kept seeing Jimmy do was cost Jay matches. Yeah. Jimmy wasn't building himself up too, because once again, he was wrapped up in the whole bloodline stuff. So of course, if you're wrapped up in everything bloodline, you're not able to kind of be a star yourself, unfortunately.
Making a point.
And Jimmy and Jay should have literally been the duality of good versus evil in a sense, because that's how it was with Matt and Jeff. When Matt betrayed Jeff, Matt was nuclear heat. It was like the Hardy Boys, like we seen y'all WrestleMania 17. Like what you bring
what happened?
See, you bring the Hardy, y'all, the ladder specialists. What are you doing? You break it up, and then what made this should have been even special, y'all are twins.
Yes.
Jimmy being big brother, Jay being little brother. It should have had more, like the build up and the vignettes were amazing for this match. But the match itself honestly should have gave us Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels vibes.
Ooh.
I will say this.
Where it should have been like emotional as fuck.
I'm going to reserve my stance on this until after I see what they do with Gable and see if they actually do pull the trigger. Because if they pull the trigger with Gable, then what I'm about to say should never happen. Okay. But if you don't pull the trigger with Gable, then the course that they should have taken was letting Jay beat Gunther for the IC title.
Ooh.
And then having this be a thing where Roman sends Jimmy to take stuff from Jay, and Jay basically being like, I can't get away. Even though I'm getting success on my own, you're still trying to take this away from me. And there's your IC title match.
Yeah.
But that's only if they don't pull the trigger with the Gable stuff. But if they don't do that shit, this should have been your IC title match. Especially if you don't have Lesnar here, and that should have been the match with Gunther. Gunther takes a vacation, and then after Mania, now you got Imperium going on a fucking tear then. But this would have been the other course of action that I would have taken with the IC title.
Okay. I can see that. Jaeger, you got anything you want to add to it?
Twin versus twin should have definitely been more interesting. Or I shouldn't say been more interesting, but I'm not gonna lie, after a certain point, I was more concerned about our rankings within our competition. This match was one that I was just like, I gotta use the bathroom.
You know what? I'm not gonna even lie. Per the way everything settled, I probably would have preferred if Jimmy would have won. Because that would have pulled the win out of everybody's sail. If Jimmy was winning, everybody would have been like, "Oh no!"
Have Bloodline standing tall on night one, all around.
All around.
Ooh. There was some people. There were a couple of people like trying to throw predictions, like, "Yeah, let's have Bloodline just dominate at night one and take everything."
Yeah.
Now,
but shame.
This next match, we can harken back to what I said about the 6-woman tag in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the same to me in this next match.
The only thing that I'm going to say that was a bit of a damn shame to see is when you posted those match times.
Oh, yes. And this was the shortest match of night one.
This was by far the shortest match. It was under 10 minutes. Everything else was like 17 minutes plus.
This was under 10 minutes.
This was a disservice. That was a disservice to them.
I'm not going to call them the name Dizzle named them. I'm going to call them the name Jaeger named them. We got Team Black Girl Magic, Jade Cargill, The Glow, Naomi, and the EST, Bianca Belair, versus Damage Control, Dakota Kai, and the Women's Tag Champs, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. Not that Dizzle's nickname was bad, but I don't want to refer to those beautiful black queens as what he said.
Team Dark Meat.
There he goes. He said it himself anyway.
Hey, the juiciest part of the chicken, people.
Now, though what I said about the 6-woman tag, this was needed. This was needed because you can tell they're not ready for Jade to be on her own yet.
Absolutely.
So this was needed.
For sure.
She had 2 veterans. I mean, you had the veteran in Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
You had, like I said, second to Rhea in popularity with Bianca, teamed up Jade, and then of course, what better enemies than the still running rampant, running roughshod Damage Control. So this is why I feel differently about this match compared to the one in NXT, because this was needed. This was needed. And the presentation they gave Team Black Girl Magic, oh boy.
Oh yeah.
I would have. You know how you see videos of people destroying their TVs when sports team lose? If Damage Control would have won this match, yeah, let's just say.
Oh, don't go that far now.
Shit. The way they presented everything with Team Black Girl Magic, I would just unplug the PlayStation. I was like, y'all got it.
You would have got mad if the ex-women lost, man.
Yes.
Damn, it's messed up.
Yes.
I mean, we all knew that they were going to win.
I mean, this was the most layup.
They pointed at the sign.
Yes. This match was the most layup match literally on the card.
I mean, granted, Damage Control did look like they came to play, because when that entrance hit and I saw Dakota Kai.
Hey, look here. I was telling Aranya a while back, there is something about WWE women, because it started in NXT kind of. Actually, I happened on both. It's something about when them good guys go bad guys. When the women go from face to heel, it's like a layer of just sexy and beautiful. Because when Dakota betrayed Tegan, sorry, Dizzle, when Dakota had betrayed Tegan back in the day and she became heel, it was like, wait, this ain't the same Dakota, y'all. Like Bailey went from smiley, happy, I'm a hugger, to the role model. It's like, wait, this ain't the same Bailey, y'all. wait.
Did your ass get bigger, Bailey?
Like, this ain't the same. It is something about them women when they go from face to heel. It's just like, wait.
You're forgetting.
Kairi Sane wouldn't have had wore her hair the way she was wearing her hair when she was a good guy. It was like, wait, this ain't the Pirate Princess, y'all. Like
you cannot be mad at the Pirate Princess. That shit was looking great.
Look, listen, I would never.
Like, it was like, wait.
I would never.
Face or heel, she was doing it right.
Or heel.
I mean, Asuka does it for me whether she face or heel, regardless. But
facts.
I mean, the face paint she had last night, the night before on Saturday, kind of scared me a little bit.
I mean, Asuka's a scary woman. They call her the murder clown for a reason.
You know what? Oh yeah, another good point on the face going heel. Rhea, that blonde look to this mommy.
The whole internet damn near has a life sentence in horny jail because of that. Because of that. But this match, once again, it was a layup. It was to show off Jade. And there's nothing you could take away from Damage Control because they went out there knowing what they had to do. Like this wasn't meant for Damage Control to truly give a good fight. Because like even look at the build of Team Black Girl Magic. Like look at the way Team Black Girl Magic is built compared to Damage Control. It was
that's not right. Look, one's a strength build, the other one's a speed build. All right,
that is true. But when you got literal Storm,
yeah,
you got the EST,
yeah,
and we all know what Naomi got. I mean, one of her moves is named after what she has.
And you tell me I can't call them Team Dark Meat, and she telling everybody, "Hey, look at my Dark Meat." Look, I know that this match we ain't really been talking about the wrestling.
No, I know we've been sitting here how beautiful these 6 women are.
Gushing
over
there.
We go talk about.
But we talk about Rhea's pin, but the way that Jade,
hey yo, yes, left us all in horny jail. We was all feeling jaded.
So. So they won.
Yes, Team Black Girl Magic handily won.
I think the biggest part of discussion when it comes to this match is not so much the match itself, but where do these 3 women go? We know where Damage Control is going. They're going to do whatever it is they're going to do. But with them pairing these 3 together, do we see Jade being taken under the wing of Bianca and Naomi, or do we just kind of see one off and them just?
Shout outs to Ashley because she did give us her prediction. She thinks Jade is going to be the women's champion in this, while Naomi and Bianca are going to be the tag team in this. And I can see it that way now because then we can go ahead and make Bianca Grand Slam.
Yeah,
because she hadn't won.
Yeah.
Tag titles yet. So she can go ahead and be Women's Grand Slam. We talking about Tag, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT at this point. So I can see it going that way. And why not? Why not go ahead and have them as a trio for the time being? I mean, is that going to hurt?
I will tell you.
Have them as the women version of New Day. Why not?
Listening to you now. I don't want Jade to have the women's world title at this moment.
I don't either.
But
that's the only reason why I would switch it for Bianca to be the quote-unquote leader.
Bianca and Naomi can go ahead and give Bianca her little Grand Slam anointing.
Okay.
But there's still a singles title out there ready for Jade. The Women's North American Championship.
Oh, NXT, you're right. That's actually not a bad option to go there either.
Because she can still be on SmackDown. And she can go over there and handle business.
Dom did it. Dom did it with the North American Championship, so that was actually not a bad idea. That way, she can use NXT to get her quote-unquote feet wet.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually, when she loses it, it's like, all right, you ready now. You're good now. So that's actually not a bad idea either.
And see, this
would be it's a little too poetic too, because she was a TV champ for AEW.
There you go.
And so let me ask y'all this, because this is going to kind of spin off. So she did do an interview. We're talking about Jade Cargill, and she was asked, do you feel you was wasted where you were at? And she said yes. And Ashley asked me about this, and I told her absolutely. I said, other than Cargill having her first match with Shaq, Cody, and Brandy, who did she truly fight that was noticeable other than Nyla Rose? She didn't get a chance to not even sniff at the Women's World Championship before the TBS, and she was undefeated. She didn't get a chance to truly go against the top talent that was mixing it up in the Women's World Championship division in AEW. It was always glorified squash matches.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes and no to that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only saying it because I do agree that she was wasted because she was not being able to. I mean, we weren't able to see what she could do against the upper echelon of women's talent up there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel she was wasted because I felt that they took time with her presentation and building up so that way she could be in the eye of a WWE. Because I think now she's in better hands as far as getting her in ring work together. Because as much
we
as I
all know
yeah,
AEW can't book women.
yeah, and that's the thing. As much as I appreciate AEW, I don't think that they can cater to someone who isn't established with an in-ring style already. I think they struggle with new talent that's not as seasoned in terms of in-ring work. And WWE is able to cater to that and fix it. They can mask everything around the presentation, which she already has thanks to AEW. But
Mm-hmm.
since that, now all they got to do is do what they're good at and then just take care of her in ring stuff. And she's already around the best possible people to do that. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Thanks.
But yeah, so we'll see what happens on SmackDown, how this trio goes moving forward and everything. But the main event of night one, which is now recorded as the second longest main event in WrestleMania history, with the first being Shawn and Bret Iron Man match. This match was a whopping 44 minutes of our time.
Not counting the entrances.
And not counting the entrances, by the way, to determine how the main event of night two was going to go, whether it was going to be Bloodline Rules or Bloodline Banned. We had the team of World Heavyweight Champ Seth Rollins, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, the Tribal Chief, Undisputed Champion of the WWE Galaxy, Roman Reigns, and the People's Champion, the final boss, The Rock. And I just love how everybody had a championship except Cody Rhodes. Because Rock was anointed with the People's Championship from Lonnie Ali, Muhammad Ali's wife. So Rock had a title, Roman had a title, and of course Seth had a title, and Cody just had his weight belt. Now, what was funny about this match, this was a fucking Bloodlines Rules match anyway.
Right.
Because of The Rock. About 5 to 10 minutes in the match, he looks at Chad Patton and says, if you start the fucking count, I will fire you. So essentially, this became anything goes anyway. Only difference is it just stayed between these four gentlemen.
Listen, just quick sidebar on this whole thing. I'm convinced that Phil decided to book all of Rollins' spots for this entire weekend because this weekend was fuck you Rollins weekend. Because in this tag match,
Jesus Christ, yes,
in this tag match, Rollins got his ass beat,
dog walked.
We'll get into night two, but this was the beginning of what I was just realizing. Like, if there was any part of Rollins' body that was hurt, it was easily exploited throughout this entire match. I was hoping that they was gonna pull out another back for him from somewhere to attach to him, because his back, as far as I'm concerned, was done.
Or he would get another leg replacement or something.
Something.
What are you talking about, man? Seth Rollins only got hurt in the everywhere.
Like, I think his name hurts. Like I think his name hurts. This man went through it night one.
Yes.
He went through it. And then, of course, we get spots of the Mama Rose, Rock trying to beat with the belt, and it was a lot. This match was a lot because I had to go back and watch it again, and this was a lot, like a lot.
It didn't even need to be.
It really didn't. For 44
this didn't
minutes,
have to be a 44-minute match. Nah.
No.
This was a lot.
And you know, of course, we'll get into night 2, but this match hurt the main event for me for night 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Because once again, it became Bloodline rules itself.
More so than night 2. Everything that happened in this match, I felt should have been included in
night 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was way more destructive spots. Like if this was the case, if you were going to do night 2 main event like you did it, you should have just had Rollins and Cody win.
At that rate.
And then had Roman and Cody have a straight up match with nobody.
I mean, at this point,
it's weird to say that if night 2 is going to be as heavy of a bloodline match as it was, it should have had way more shenanigans, and that should have been your 44-minute match.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I can 1000% agree with that take that I would rather last night's match been all the shenanigans in 40-something minutes rather than this 40-something minute match, because it was like, and no offense to Dwayne, no offense to the final boss, but it wasn't like he was in there going like he was 20-something years ago.
And thinking about it now, I think that there should have been a regular tag match with Rock just asserting his authority with the ref, like still being sneaky, doing shit like that, and then just that way making it seem extremely unfair.
Yes.
And then, you know, and then having them losing and saving all those big spots that they did for night 2, because you could have still had Rock be integrated into night 2 instead of having him go full on night 1. He could have wrestled a little bit.
It was bloodline rules.
Yeah, and done all the spots then, especially if you're going to keep him heel up to that point. If you weren't going to have him screw over Roman, you should have just easily just had him integrated into the match with everything else. So
I can agree. But for all the talking, if you didn't get it, the Bloodline wins. They won very emphatically and very almost handily, if we really being honest. And Roman gets the dub. We get another Cody dejected picture.
Yeah.
Because Cody was looking like, oh no, what's gonna happen?
They were just
defeated.
That's it.
So now Bloodline rules will go into effect for the title picture Sunday night.
Dollars make a way to make a change. Gotta be insane to make them same mistakes again.